Recent reports of senior citizens losing thousands of dollars to dishonest financial advisors should be a wake-up call to anyone who wants to invest money. We've even showed you here on ABC 17 News of ways scammers are duping people out of millions. Joining me now is Mike Harrison from the Better Business Bureau to talk about what we should all be on the lookout for. So first, why is financial planning so important?
Well, as you mentioned, I mean, it's heartbreaking whenever you hear about stories like this, and a lot of times it's just because individuals have not found a trustworthy advisor. And so why it's important is that it can help you determine quality of life, can help you determine how much money you're bringing in, how much money you're spending, but it can also teach you how to live within your means. But it, it can pay for emergencies if something comes up, but it should also provide for a comfortable retirement or maybe that dream vacation that we all want to take. But financial planning is very, very important and something that all consumers should consider.
So how do you find those trustworthy advisors, though, if you take that route?
Well, a lot of things to consider, but the most important thing is determine, what it is you're looking at and, what your long-term goals are and how you're going to get there. And a great place to start is with referrals. Family members, friends, colleagues that you work with, ask them if they have used a financial advisor in the past, what their experience was, and if they'd recommend them to you or anybody else. Other great referral sources, your banker, your accountant, and then at Better Business Bureau, we can also give a free business review.
Okay, and then check their credentials, obviously. That's a...
Very important.
Yeah.
We talk all the time about doing your homework. And so interview at least 3 financial advisors. Some of the questions that you should ask is what's their professional background, educational background, how long have they been doing this, are they involved in the community, things along those lines. But then you're also looking for registrations, licenses, certifications. Are they with the Securities and Exchange Commission? Also get in touch with any educational institutions that they attended and ask them what professional and trade organizations they're a part of.
Okay, so there's a lot of homework that goes into finding this right advisor.
There is.
Now, how should you ask, how you pay the advisor? Is that something?
Yeah, it's important because it can be fee-based. It can be a commission, or it could be a combination of both. And so a reputable financial advisor should be able to answer those questions and explain it to you up front. And so as a consumer, then it is up to you to determine if someone's giving you sound financial advice or if they're just in it for the commission. So it's important to ask how they want to be paid.
Okay, but there are different ways that they could be paid. What are some things to avoid when looking for financial advisors?
Well, some things to avoid. There are several things. So you want to be wary of those that promise you things. The thing is, with investments, there are very few that have guaranteed returns. The majority of them have some sort of a risk associated with them. Never work without a written or signed contract. It's important to have that in place so that you know what they're going to provide to you and how much it's going to cost. Avoid those unsolicited phone calls, emails. Reputable advisors do advertise. They rely on referrals, which is great. But as consumers, you need to be proactive. You need to be the ones reaching out and doing your homework. And then the last thing is high-pressure situations. You want to try and avoid those. If you have somebody that's throwing around the terms once in a lifetime or no risk involved, be cautious with those. Those are red flags, because basically what you want to do is to ensure that you're going to find a trustworthy advisor that's going to work with you, somebody that's going to protect your investment.
Yeah, trust is key here in this.
It is.
So what other tools are available to help people find a financial advisor?
Well, there are several organizations. Primarily, the information you can look online. It's called Broker Check, and that is something that will tell you whether an advisor is registered, whether they have any government actions against them, any complaints, but as well their work history. There is also the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and it's a relatively new government agency, but what they're going to tell you, they actually take complaints against financial advisors if there are any, but can also give you a lot of great information. So the Federal Trade Commission and at BBB, we can also answer any questions that consumers may have.
Okay, good. So lots of resources people can use, and as always, if you want more information or have any questions,